بتذكر إنه كل أحد كان على موعد مع البحر، بحر يافا. كل أحد.
It's not a pandemic film, but I think it was like a moment of isolation, and I think I was lucky to be in LA at the time because it's a place where you can be outside and the weather was good. And even though it was a city that I struggled with for like the first year, during the time I realized that there was one place that I could actually connect to, which was the coast. You revisit places in like foreign spaces because they remind you of something that meant something to you in a completely different place, which was for me like the Mediterranean. And so that became sort of my meditative space at that time. But I think there were like two other threads that been like on the back of my head for a while, which was in Egypt, there was a lot of letters coming out of prison, personal or public letters that come from prison. There is like the sense of intimacy to it that I was always drawn to. So I was looking at that a lot, and I was doing for a different, like, I think I was compiling them for a different purpose. And the other thing was a friend of mine who's like Palestinian Egyptian, and his family was like forced, his like paternal family was forced out of Yafa, and he named his daughter Yafa as like the symbolic return to a place that he can't go to. So I guess all these things mashed together was like, I'm not interested maybe in a story, but just how to capture that emotion of like longing to a place, but a place that's also complicated, and maybe it's not always like it's not comforting in that longing. It's like, yeah.
بتذكر إنه كل أحد كان على موعد مع البحر، بحر يافا. كل أحد إلا أحد الشعنين.
There is a lot of distortions and too much pressure. Like I feel like I've had to unlearn things before, or like during school and stuff, or expectation, or like certain formulas or standards or how things should be. And I really feel like the most rewarding and the most moving thing about this job is how honest you can be and how truthful you can be. So it doesn't matter like what camera you're using or how many people are working with you or whatever, as long as you're sharing something that you really want to say in whatever way you think that that's possible. Maybe that's like in still images, maybe that's in just with sound. And I feel you don't have to tell your life stories and put it out there, but I think the more personal, the more interesting it will be as an experience of coming together and sharing stories with other people.
هنا ذاكرة تمحى. كان ليل وكانت القاهرة. لم نذهب إلى النادي الإيطالي كما اعتدنا. قد قاموا بتفجيره منذ أسابيع قليلة. من قام بها؟ لا أعلم. على الراديو الصغير عند البار كانت أم كلثوم تستعد للصعود على المسرح. كانت ليلة صيف.